to trimester 1, second month in the pregnancy fitness program of the medium intensity. My name is Melissa. It's nice to have you on board so early in the pregnancy and making sure that baby keeps staying fit. There is certainly a myth around, if you train in the first trimester, it leads to a miscarriage. Believe me, there's a whole lot of other things that lead to a miscarriage, and fitness is not one of them. Sure, you have to down tune it, for sure, especially if you've been going hardcore at the gym. But it's certainly, if you do it right, it's completely safe. In fact, that preconception health is a big determining factor in a miscarriage rather than that fitness thing. Okay, so to get started, we're going to start off with a march, just getting that blood flow going through the body. And we'll do this for a minute. The goal throughout the pregnancy program is to always have your breath in check. You'd never want to be out of breath. So a great way to keep sure that you are not out of breath is, are you able to talk? If you're able to talk at that 7 out of 10 intensity level throughout, then that's what we want to see. Anything over, we certainly don't. You never want to get out of breath, even if on the days you're not here with me and you want to do a bit of that cardio, sure, just don't get out of breath. So that stereotypical HIIT training, high intensity interval training, is an absolute no-no. All right, so now we're going to move on to, for a minute, is somewhat of a side lunge / half squat. Bit of that trunk twist. More seconds. Okay, so I've got a resistance band here, or you can opt for a pole, broomstick, whatever it is. And we're going to do some dynamic stretching. So what we want to do is step one leg forward. So this foot is forward, turns a bit inward, inward. And knees are soft. And what we're doing is coming forward, getting that nice hamstring stretch. And then we're coming over here, getting that more hamstring and adductor stretch. Coming forward, back to the front. And now the other side. Here, you feel the lateral aspect of the hamstring, the glutes, and the lower back stretch there. Back to the front. We can also bend back a little bit here to get that hip stretch here. Okay, and forward. Let's do 2 more lots. I get down here and up. So when you come back here, I'm stretching that chest, opening up that chest. Last round. Last one. There we go. So now we can swap legs. Remember, we've got 2 legs, 2 lots to do. Okay, so step forward, inward foot, and we go forward. Hope you're enjoying this stretch as I am. It's a really nice stretch. So stretching is meant to feel good. It's not meant to feel so intolerable that you hate it and don't ever want to do it. Otherwise, just take it down a notch. We're going to do one more round. Fantastic. All right, well, that was a nice mobility stretch. Okay, let's shake it off a bit. Now what we've got to start with is our dumbbells for our deadlifts. Now if you've been with me from the start, perhaps you have not, that's okay. We're keeping the same weights. So in the first month we did whatever that weight was for our squats, we're keeping the same for deadlifts. It is common to lift heavier in your deadlifts than your squats, which is fine if you increase it a bit compared to your squats. But roughly around the same, right? We're not reducing the weight. So we're going to do this. I've also set up some, as you can see here hanging, a resistance band to do a lat pull down. If you're at the gym, do a lat pull down instead, or with the cables probably. And then we've got our wood chops using that as well. So if you're at home, you can hang it against something tall or something, or the door will work, okay? Now we're going to start off with deadlifts and the traditional style, right? So not the stiff-legged ones, I'll show you from the side, but the ones where you bend the knees 3/4. Right, so we're coming down, 1, 2, 3, and up. So we're going down on the count of 3. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, and up. So as you're coming down, I don't want your shoulders to just flop forward. You need to keep it intact. 10 more. So throughout this whole pregnancy program, for this today's regime, we're doing 3 sets, 12 reps, and a tempo of 3, except for the core part, the wood chopper is 2 tempos. Let's do 3 more. Lucky last. Alrighty. So, now we're moving on to the lat pull down. Now I've got 2 because of the height, yeah? It's just a creative idea. If you've got something just so high you don't know what to do, I'm going to grab 2 and off you go. Alrighty, so with this, what we're going to do, you bend a bit forward, yeah? And we're keeping the arms straight. And we're coming down, 1, quick, and then slowly, 1, 2, 3. Come down. 1, 2, 3. Let's do 5 more. Hope you're right there, enjoying it. And last one. Fantastic. Alrighty, so maybe shake your arms off a bit. They're going to get to work again now with the wood chops, but using the same resistance bands here. We're going to now do the wood chops. So on both sides. So straight arms, bit of a wider stance apart with your legs, and we're going to go here. Now, if you have the bands up to your shoulder level, that's fine as well. It's just that mine happen to be up there, okay? But if you want variations, right, up there, down there, change it around throughout the month, that's good too. Okay. So here we're doing a tempo of 2, 1, 2. Go, nearly there. Don't forget to breathe in, breathing out. Fantastic. Now we've got the other side, right? Let's swap. Fantastic. Okay, so 60-second break. Grab a drink if you like. Do what you must. Shake it off a bit. And we'll return for the second round. Reminder, we do have 3 rounds of this circuit and then we have another circuit of 3 rounds. We're getting back on there, I think. I think so. Let's get into positions for our deadlifts. Okay, we're ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Gosh, that 1 minute really is not long. It just felt like it flicked by in 10 seconds. Breathing in on the way down and breathing out on the way up. Just a reminder that the dumbbells don't need to go all the way to the ground. Up out here is fine. Yep. Okay. One more. Fantastic. Now we move back onto our lat pull downs on the band. Again, it is 12 reps, tempo of 3 seconds, a 1,000, a 2,000, a 3,000. Okay, let's go. So we pull it in quick, slowly on the way out. 1, 2, 3. lucky last. Fantastic. Okay. And now we move on to the wood chops. Okay. I do find having a wider stance gives me more balance, regardless of your pregnancy. So that's just a tip. Straight arms, don't forget to breathe. Okay, we move on to the other side. Fantastic. Grab a break, 60-second break, grab a bit of water, and we'll resume very shortly. Seconds left on the break. Just while we're waiting, I want to talk about deadlifts. I think a lot of mythology and misconception is around the idea, well, should I be doing a deadlift? I don't know, it sounds a bit dangerous. And in fact, deadlift is probably one of the most, if not the most important exercise to do during pregnancy, because it's really working on all those muscles that you really need to keep activated during pregnancy, particularly once you give birth. Particularly keeping that lower back intact and strong, which is so easy, for it to give way during pregnancy. So it's quite important, actually. Now, reminder, we aren't doing the stiff-legged deadlift, we're doing the traditional one, where the knees do bend as you go down. But they don't bend a ridiculous amount. It's just enough here. Yeah? They don't bend the same way they do for a squat. Three more. Fantastic. All right. So this is our last round for this circuit. I just want to point out, because we're only second month in, right? These resistance bands are quite small, light. What you could do really is actually grab a thicker one, which means stronger, and then throughout the pregnancy you will be using a lighter one throughout as you progress, or maybe you don't need to. See how you go. More. Fantastic. Okay, so we've got our wood chops left. All right, we're ready? Yeah, make sure you're not out of breath. Yep. All right. Straight arms. Okay, let's swap sides. You're nearly there. Don't forget to be breathing in and breathing out. Hope you've really enjoyed this circuit as much as I have videoing it and creating it strategically for all those pregnant mamas. Okay, that's the end of the first circuit. Grab a drink, give yourself a 60-second break, and we're back on for the second circuit. Don't run away. Welcome back. I've got set up our walking lunges, which is the same weight as I'm using for the deadlift, and I've got some dumbbells set up, about 4 kilos for some punches, with a slight variation from the first month. And then I've got this set up here for your push-ups. Okay, let's get started. This circuit will be 3 rounds, 12 repetitions each. So with the lunges, 12 reps on each leg, because remember, we can't have got 2 legs, right? So for me, that's going to look like going up and down twice. It might for you too, if you're working out at home. So each to their own, but let's get started, all right? So we're slowly coming down for 3 seconds and up quick. 3 seconds, 1, 2, 3, yeah? Just a reminder that lunges are not a balancing act. You don't have to step a lot in line. It's just simply forward from your stance. That's all. Okay. Nearly there. Get your breath back a tiny bit. Lunges usually, get a little bit more of that breath out of you. Again, you don't want to be out of breath completely, but just a couple seconds to get you back. And now we're moving on to our push-ups. If you've been with me from the first month, we did this as well. I don't really see any reason why you need to degress just yet with the first 2 months. Again, 3 seconds down, 1 second up. Now you kind of want to have that breast aligning to when you come down. See how mine's just sort of aligning there and you come back up? So that's the angle we want. Fantastic. Okay. So what we're doing next is doing some punches. Now, in our first month, we're going to step forward. Now we're going to go step backwards, yeah? So we're going to go bam, bam, yeah? Keep it going. Of course, 12 on each arm. Fantastic. All right, now let's grab a 60-second break and return. Alrighty, let's get back onto it. Yeah. Okay, off we go. Breathing in on the way down and breathing out on the way up. Fabulous. Alrighty. Now going on to our punches, stepping back. Yeah. Alrighty. 1, 2. That's it. Alrighty, we're the end of the second round. One more round and we're done for the day. Alright. Grab a drink. 60-second break. Alrighty, we're nearly ready to get back in there, right? Yeah? Think so. Alrighty. Let's get back in there. Last round. Off we go. 12 reps. Nearly there. Breathing in, breathing out on the way up. Fantastic. Alrighty, get your breath back a tiny bit. And we have those last push-ups lot to go. Alright, let's go. Fantastic. Alrighty, our last lot of punches left. And let's go. 1. 4. And 5. Alrighty, and we're done. Fantastic. Okay, that's the end of the round and all the circuits. We're going to cool down for a bit now. Alright. So I'd just like you to spread the legs a bit, invert the foot, come down, and hover to the left, hover to the right. Now let's do this for 30 seconds. Fantastic. It'd be great for you to hang off a wall or something to get that back stretched, yeah? So here I'm going to pull off from the band. You really want to focus on this particular stretch after every single exercise, particularly while pregnant, even if you're not, because this here is always getting worked out, even if you're just doing lower legs or upper body, whatever it is you're doing, this part of the body is always getting worked out, and your lower back always needs a good stretch because, you know, if you're sitting down a lot more than usual, or particularly when you're pregnant, you're prone to getting a lower back pain or whatnot. So this is a really, really important stretch. Swap sides. Fantastic. Thank you, and I'll see you for month 3.